going with what we have here. Oh boy, the invasion has once again happened here. We are on to probably the most impactful set of the 2005 meta, and I don't even think it's particularly close. Like, Pidgeot is good and all, but this is just absolutely ludicrous. There are so many ridiculous cards in this set, and yeah, I don't even think there's really a point in, like, wasting time, you know, doing a chit-chat thing with this. Team Rocket Returns is, like, the strongest set of this format, so let's just get to explaining why. We do have a couple of reprints here. Copycat comes back in, so we have our 4 copies of that now. We have Rocket's Hideout has come back. This is technically slightly stronger than it used to be because we do have Rocket Pokemon getting affected this time, so this includes the EXs for this set. We have Rocket's Pokeball is effectively the Boss's Way, but we can't use the Boss's Way because it's a different name. That's okay because I think everybody's managed to trade for a playset of that at this point. And Venture Bomb is like sort of a reprint of Digger, except it's technically better than Digger. It is only 1 coin toss. I know, we're there with it at this point. Here comes Team Rocket, this thing too. I've been told that you can actually use the old ones of this, so apologies for that mistake before. It sucks to be me being the only one who pulled this then, because I'm not special with this. Yeah, if we had copies of this before, it was a holo in the original Rocket set, and we can use that one so long as we play it as if it was a supporter. So, rip me, I suppose. The EXs are mostly not like stellar in here. They're kind of fine, but there's a couple of good ones to note. Articuno is somewhat interesting. Most of them have an ability where they gain a benefit if they have a dark energy on them. This one has no added effects except damage done by attacks, which is kind of neat. Free Solid is a good attack, but Ice Wing is a bit weak, so a little bit unfortunate there. 60 for free on a basic is okay, like it's not bad, but when your basic is giving up 2 prizes and is affected by Desert Ruins, maybe not so much. This 60, on the other hand, is significantly better, because Entei having no weakness is pretty decent when it has a dark energy on it. But if you discard 2 fire, it's literally Baby Blaziken, where it snipes 60 instead of 100, but it's on a basic that does it for 3 energy instead of 4. It also gets any energy card back with its first attack too, so excellent synergy with stuff like Delcatty, Rocket's Mission even in this set, TV Reporter, the usual. This one's pretty good. You just need to be playing Fire, which I don't think anyone is at the moment. Hitmonchan strikes back as an interesting power to have on this thing. It's 2 damage counters, which is pretty good. I have a feeling this is a decent card, but it's just hard to find a home for it because it's so fighting locked. And it's a Dark type that's weak to Psychic, which is weird, right? So, I don't know. Seems like a strong card. It's got sniping for 1, and it's got effectively 70 if you play a Darkness Energy on it for free. It's good output. Just where are we going to fit it? Rocky's Mewtwo EX, instead of the original Rocky's Mewtwo being on a coin toss, this one discards an energy to switch the damage counters on it. Very, very cool card. If I had like this for Blastoise or something, it could be kind of neat. Just like pile a bunch of energy on it, do a ton of damage counters. Maybe Metagross next set could use this, it'd be kind of fun. Its attacks are fine as well, a little bit on the expensive side, but again, you get 70 out of it, so pretty good. Rocket's Moltres is 0 retreat cost when it has Dark on it, which is nice. Fire Dance is a good attack, but not for 2 energy, unfortunately. 2 energy on an EX, I should say. Combustion's a bit weak, but yeah, if you can accelerate with this, it's pretty good. But then how are you getting it out of harm's way? You've got to play maybe Super Scoop Up or something, which is just super unreliable. Rocket Scizor actually has to evolve from Rocket Cypher EX, so I don't think anybody pulled the Scizor, thank god, but sucks to be you if you did. They have the dual armor thing on here. If they have any Grass for Cypher, Metal for Scizor, they are both of those types. Scizor itself, it's not very good, to be honest. 50 damage for free, you buff it with Darkness Energy, at least so there's that. And if you can swap energy around on it, so you can switch between tanking and doing more damage. But the problem is that it's an EX, so it's much harder to heal. You just play Steelix instead of this. The Cypher is neat because it's a Dart type that's resistant to fighting, and a lot of fighting types are, if they're not weak to Psychic, they're weak to Grass, so Dual Armor actually lets it do stuff. And like Slashing Strike is not strong, but if you're hitting for weakness, then it's actually pretty good. Darkness Energy buffs it up to like 100, so yeah, it's pretty good. The Sizzler is kind of crap for an EX, like Stage 1 EX even, that evolves from an EX, but Cypher is good. Sneasel is the big hitter here. We only pull one of this between us. I pulled it. I've traded it for the deck we're playing today. Dragoff is amazing. Like, it's effectively 1 energy, 20 damage to any Pokemon that you want, which is kind of crazy. Dark Ring is the real heavy hitter here, 30 plus 10 for each of your Dark Pokemon in play. You're usually going to have at least one buff on this as well, so treat it more like 40 to 50 damage extra, probably 50 because it's too dark that you need on this thing. So that hits really hard, like it can hit up to about 100, maybe even more than that if you put more stuff on it. So super strong card. You just need to be playing the right deck for it, and the main deck for it is Electrode, which I did not get at all. So yeah. Dark Rocket Snorlax over here, we didn't pull. Shame, because I actually think this card is kind of cool for that sort of dark deck. It leftovers itself every turn, or rain dishes, when you ping it here. So it's pretty neat. 100 HP, it can heal itself. Poison Claws is okay. Collapse is fine damage output. It puts itself to sleep, but that's kind of whatever, really. The fact of this is a constantly healing Pokemon that does decent damage and uses Rocket Dark Energies and stuff. You can play it in any deck you want. Pretty cool. And then there's Suicune, which I kind of wanted to play, but I couldn't find space for it. I couldn't justify the EX tag on it. If it's got Darks on it, it can't be affected by special conditions. It will heal special conditions if you attach a Dark to it, which is pretty neat. The real hit here is Hyper Splash. 2 water and colorless, 90 if you're against a stage 2, 100 if you can put a Dark on there as well, which is neat. As DNA is saying, for Dragoff, if you choose to target the bench Pokemon but that effect is prevented, the attack just ends. So yeah, you would need to not do that in order to be good. And then the last one here is Zapdos. The problem with the Zapdos, like, it's kind of neat that you can reduce damage from opponent's attacks when you put a Dark on it. The problem is it does 30 to one of your Pokemon, and that for just 60 isn't good enough. Like, I know Plasma's automatic here, but why would I play this when I have Hitmonchan that does the same thing, right? If I'm playing Lightning, sure, but what Lightning deck is going to want something that kills itself, right? Or kills your board? We do have the introduction of Star Pokemon here. These, you can only have one copy of any Star Pokemon whatsoever in your deck. The only one that got pulled was the Trico, but they're all functionally the same thing here anyway. They've got first attack that kind of doesn't matter, and the second attack, 2 colored energy, 70 damage plus a status condition if the opponent is on 1 prize only. So yeah. Yeah, if this cost like 1 less colored energy, it'd be good. Or even 1 less colorless potentially, but then you'd clash with Darkness Guard. If it was LC, yeah, would be good, but otherwise, terrible. Trainer cards, these are the next best bit. We've seen a couple of the reprints, but we have some excellent new things in here as well. Pokemon Retriever, this is effectively a rescue stretcher in, what, Gen 7? You search your discard for Pokemon cards, you either put 1 of them into the hand, or you shuffle 3 of them into the deck. We have this in Energy Recycle system for basic energies, but now we have it for the Pokemon too, which is really good. So, definite fan of this one. We're usually going to play 1 of this. Power Hand Extension, criminally underpulled, except for exactly yours truly. This is Counter Catcher in later gens, except it has another function as well. You can only use this if you are behind on prizes. You either Gust of Wind the opponent, or you move an energy card from the defending Pokemon to one of the opponent's other Pokemon. You can force them to discard double rainbow energy with this, which is very funny. Yeah, I have 3 of this, nobody else has got more than 2. Actually, a couple of people don't even have any here, so yeah, super good for us. Rocket's admin, it is N with fundamental differences, as Heartleg would say. you can draw up to the number of prize cards you have left. So this actually could technically matter if you play Shiftry, and the opponent draws second, so they can underdraw what you have if they want to. But each player shuffles their hand into the deck and then counts their prizes, draws up to that many cards. So it lets you recover from game states where the opponent's gone up like 4 prizes, sometimes by your own choice, and lets you just massively disrupt them, which is really cool. Rocket's mission is a side grade to TV Reporter, which is kind of good for me because I don't have a lot of TV Reporter. Discard any card from your hand and draw 3 cards. So if you play this sort of like a TV Reporter where you have to discard before you draw, or if you discard a Dark or Rocket Pokemon, you draw 4 cards instead, which is pretty cool. Yeah, you have to actually draw, you have to say how much you're drawing if you are not drawing the max amount, or because it's applied otherwise. Yeah, Rocket's Tricky Gym gives all Dark or Rocket's Pokemon Feint Attack, which is a 20 snipe for 1 colorless. That's a pretty good stadium card. Difficult to play this set because I imagine most people are going to be playing Dark or Rocket Mons, with Psy as an obvious exception, but still pretty good. And then we have a couple of really interesting ones down here. Surprise Time Machine, I actually traded one of these away because I don't think I'm going to be able to use this super well, and I got a pretty good trade out of it, so I'm okay with that. You devolve one of your Pokemon, and then if that Pokemon survives, you search for a card that evolves from that Pokemon and evolve it again. You can use this to reuse once per turn abilities like Blaziken's Firestarter or Swampert's, what's it called again? I forget. It's not Water Cyclone, that's the moving one. The one that lets you attach to the active. I forget exactly what it's called, but you can reuse that ability, or you can use this to devolve like a non-EX Blaziken and get a Blaziken EX out instead. Watercall, that's the one. There we go. Yeah, you could use it in an Evolution deck later on, so I may try and trade into this again later, but Evolution EX is probably going to be very, very hard to trade into here, or like actually play, because the EX pull rate is too low, so I'm not really too worried about it. So I've got 1 still, so we'll see. The better one though is Swoop Teleporter, which I managed to trade into a 3rd copy of. Not going to be playing it today, but I have this in several decks and it is very, very good. This is Ninja Boy in Gen 6, actually, just not a supporter card. You search your deck for a basic that isn't an EX, and switch it with one of your non-EX basics in play. You don't have to discard the Pokemon that you are replacing if you don't find anything. So you can play this for no effect apart from shuffling the deck. If you do replace the Pokemon, however, any conditions that were on it, status conditions, turns in play, energy that's on it, damage counters that's on it, anything that you have, all of those stay on the new Pokemon. So this means you can go Dunsparce turn 1, energy, search your dudes out. Use this turn 2, replace that Dunsparce with a Pokemon that can evolve, like Pidgey, Rare Candy it up. Or you don't have to Rare Candy, you could just evolve up to stage 1 as well. Super, super versatile card, absolutely amazing thing to have here. So, very happy with that. We do have Dark Metal Energy in here as well. This is the first and one of the only printings. I think this might have been printed like twice. It's effectively a Darkness or a Metal Energy. It kind of rainbows between the two. This functions as Dark Energies like 5 through 8. Rainbow Energy obviously does that as well, but Rainbow Energy puts a damage counter down, so yeah, it's a little bit awkward. And then the Rocket Energy, we're gonna get into the Dark Pokemon in just a sec, but you can put this on any Dark or Rockets Pokemon. It provides 2 Dark Energy, not always as good as the Magma Aqua Energy actually, because a lot of the time you can't afford that cost, but when it's good, it's really, really good. 2 Dark Energy applied plus 10 damage. Discard this at the end of the turn. Really, really good for pushing. Also means that you can use like Sneasel. You can go Drag off turn 1 and then Dark Ring turn 2 with fundamental bonuses. Very, very good card when it works. But it's not very good if you don't have double colorless in your attack cost, because spoilers, basically none of these guys need... In fact, I think actually none of these guys except this one needs more than 1 Dark Energy on them. So yeah. So what are these Dark Pokemon all about this time? They kind of mean business. You can see the HP totals have actually gone up to basically normal levels here. Dark Ampharos is all the way up at 120. This card was 70 HP before, in a format where you were averaging 100 HP for stage 2s. It's up at the normal value now. Instead of being the energy deterrent one though, because that's Ampharos EX that already has that going for it, if your opponent evolves, then you put 2 damage counters on the Pokemon that evolved. You can only do one of these per turn, so if the opponent evolves twice, I'm assuming it only triggers once, which is interesting. Shock Bolt is still decent too, like it's 3 energy for 70, discard 1, effectively, is pretty good. And it has a first attack as well, so definitely better than the previous one. Crobat is one of the decks I've considered for today, but I don't think I'm going to play it in the end. I want to show it off at some point, but I've been showing it midweek. Black Beam is auto poison. If I get Crobat EX next set, then I may well consider playing this because it's really cool. Dart Drain heals, it does 10 to all of the opponent's Pokemon and heals for each Pokemon that you attacked, effectively. I thought it was the amount of damage that it did, but nope, it's however many Pokemon that you hit. So it's, how many they have in play. Oh, it will trigger each time? It's just that, it's just weird the way that it's worded. Because normally it's like, it reads as if it's a hard once per turn, but yeah, it doesn't stack, I knew that much, but okay, that's fair. Then the Crobat's also got a Snipe 30, which is pretty good. This also isn't weak to Psychic like most poison types are. The Golbat is weak to Psychic, but the Crobat is weak to other stuff, so can be pretty good for that sort of deck. Dark Electrode is one of the 2 parts of the Dragtrode combination here. You search your deck for a Dark or a Dark Metal energy and attach it to the Electrode, so long as it doesn't have any energy already on it. Energy Bomb is kind of cute. If you put a Lightning on as well, it's like 40 damage basically, and you can move all the energy away from it, which is pretty neat. It's a bit fragile for that though. Houndoom tries to be Dark Houndoom from before, but it's not very good to be honest, because now it takes free energy. Shakedown is pretty annoying though, so there is that. Dark Hypno is a really good card that Pepper has the monopoly on right now. It does 20 for each of the opponent's Pokemon on the bench for 2 energy. Dark Link is also kind of cute. If you flip heads, you metronome one of your Dark Pokemon, so you copy one of their attacks, which is kind of fun. Marowak, a card I've been trying to make work this week, but I think it needs Scramble energy before it's going to do anything. 70 damage for free energy is super strong, but you have to discard a Pokemon in order to do so. That's fine, because the regular Marowak does more damage for every Pokemon than your discard pile. So you combine the 2 and it's like super good. Dark Artillery isn't really worth noting, unfortunately, so we'll move on. Slowking, criminally underpulled. Unfortunately, we didn't get very far with this one. This was an extremely powerful and aggressive turn 2 deck of the time, and if you discard up to 2 Pokemon Tools or Rocket Secret Machines from your hand, does up to 80 damage natively, gets up to 100 if you put a Strength Charm and a Dark Energy on it, which is disgustingly powerful for a 2 energy attack. So I guess it's probably for the best we didn't get it, but still, I would have built it because it's one of my favorite type of things, the sort of build around working deck. Dark Steelix, this is one that Pepper has at the moment as well. Search your discard for an energy, attach it to the Steelix. It's dark and metal, so it gets the benefits of both special energy. This just tanks for days. It's got 110 HP as a 1 prize stage 1, so it's up there with the best of things, and it's metal, so it's pretty good. Jumpluff, we don't quite have enough of this in my pool to build this right now, but it's a very annoying card at the very least. If it's going to get KO'd by damage, you flip a coin, and if heads, you don't die. You have 10 HP left instead. This tends to be sturdy or like guts or something nowadays, but Hariyama, I think, is the most recent example that actually has done well at a tournament with this as well. Energy Crush is also really good though. Play this in any deck because the whole line is colorless energy, and it has 10 damage less, but it has Espeon's attack from Sandstorm, which was already really good. 10 plus 10 for each energy that the opponent has in play. So, very powerful line. 90 HP too, which is a lot for a Jumpluff. Kingdra, main thing here is that it has the null weakness thing. Not really sure what is up with that in terms of, like, you know, never really been a good ability, but Yeah, I've tried to work this with Kingdra EX to make it have no weaknesses. The problem is we rotated Pokemon this, so that deck doesn't really work anymore. This thing's not a very good attacker, although Hyper Whirlpool is annoying at the very least, so we'll have to see. Piloswine does 100 damage for 4 energy, which on the stage 1 is respectable, but you gotta do a bit of damage to itself as well. If you can heal that damage off though, like, it's not terrible. Just very expensive. I don't know how you're charging it up yet, but maybe with Scramble Energy this could do something. Togetic is the anti-Dart Pokemon for this set. It nulls all effective attacks including damage done by Dart Pokemon. And Rainbow Moves is a boost energy in the next set to copy one of the opponent's bench Pokemon. It's a Metronome. So I have one of this, we might see it next round. Not playing it today though. Dragonite, the other main component of Electrode. This does not a ton of damage by itself, but it is Hydreigon light. I don't know, it's the original Hydreigon here. As often as you like during your turn, you may move a Dark Energy from one of your Pokemon to another one. This is used with the Electrode in order to accelerate from the deck and then get all your Dark Energy onto something like this, hit 80 for free, which is pretty good, and it tanks quite well as well. I think Sneasel would be the way you want to play the deck, but we don't really have enough of that, so we'll have to see. Muck, unfortunately, not really worth talking about. Its attacks are terrible. Raticate is very interesting. If you like Rare Candy this turn 1, or not Rare Candy, but like Wally or something turn 1, this could be very funny. Stops the opponent retreating and puts 5 damage counters on them at the end of the next turn for 1 energy. If they can't evolve, then, you know, can't evolve, can't play a hard switch. There's not that many switch cards played at the moment because it's hard to fit them in. This can do some damage, it's pretty neat. Spread Poison is also interesting. It's effectively 20 Snipe 20 for 2. I don't think it's good enough, unfortunately, but it's close. Sandslash, not really good enough here because it doesn't affect, you know, weakness and everything, so unfortunate. And then we get the Tyrannitars, both of which are absurd. This one is the pure dark one. 10 damage plus 10 for each energy attached to this thing for any amount of energy. Spinning Tail for free, one of which is dark. You do 20 to all of the opponent's Pokemon. Last time we saw this, it was on a Steelix and it took 2 metal and 2 colorless. Really, really good move. And then Bite Off for a kind of colossal 5 energy. 70 damage, 50 more if it's an EX. Darkness Energy is obviously really good with this guy though, so you're often doing 90 as a minimum with that, probably more. And yeah, this dude is absolutely absurd. Grind is also like easy to underestimate. If you put a Rocket Energy on that thing, that's 40 for 1 attachment. Really, really powerful. The other Tyranitar is also super good here though. This goes with the Ampharos to form the Rocklock deck, which I think 2 people are able to build here as well. As long as it's your active, you put a damage counter on each of the opponent's benched basic Pokemon between turns. And that works with its second attack, which is Second Strike, the same as Pulverize from Team Magma's Groudon, except this one is for 1 colorless less, which means you can use it with Rocket Energy and stuff as well. You don't think you've seen this used? You haven't seen me play Bomb Tower, so yeah, this attack is actually like really strong. There's a couple other notable things in here as well. I guess technically if you play High Pressure System, Delibird is an interesting like swoop target. Swoop it out after you've used it. Shuffle 1 card from your hand into deck and then draw a card. The attack is worthless, but whatever. Quagsire is really cool. If you attach a Water Energy from the hand to it, you heal all special conditions and 2 damage counters from it. Cool in Blastoise, I just haven't built that version because I figured I have a better one. Hyper Pump is also good, 20 times the number of energy that's on it, up to 4. So 80 for 4 is pretty strong, so definitely worth it there. Arbok is cute as a Wally target. It does 40 for 1 energy if your opponent's Pokemon has less HP than Arbok, with, you know, remaining at least, which is like 90 HP on the stage 1 is pretty great, so that's kind of fun. Dragonair has Evolutionary Light to help with the Dragonite deck, but it's only when it's active, so that's unfortunate. Golbat is not to be underestimated here. 30 Snipe for 1 energy. Can't attack next turn, but that's fine because it's got no retreat, so dead easy to bring out. And the last one I want to talk about is this asshole. Thankfully, I don't think we see too many of this in this draft. If you evolve your active Pokemon into this, it auto-paralyzes. in a format with Mr. Briny's Compassion. Woo! Fuck this card. I do not like it. There's a couple of maybe notable like basic stuff in here. There's the Grimer is better for the Muck deck because Taunt is better than what we had before. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So what are we actually playing today? Well, oh no. There's actually one more. Magmar is super good here too. Discard up to 2 energy cards on your hand and then draw 2 for each one you discarded. You use this in decks that has Swoop Teleporter in it, and I actually have this in one of the decks to showcase here, which is the Bombtar deck. We're actually going to be playing Blastoise, so I'm going to take the most time to go over this one, but I do briefly want to go over the other 2 decks I'm considering here. Do not be surprised if you see this very soon, because I have the only 2 Electrode EX in the draft, and I have more than enough of this guy. Next set we get Scramble Energy, which will massively boost the power level of this deck because I can use Scramble with the fact that this gives up 2 prizes, and I now have free admin too, so I have all of the counter tech that I need basically to just bring this deck alive. This is going to be very strong, but I want Scramble Energy first. Crobat is the other thing I kind of want to bring today, but I know it has an awful matchup versus Kingler, and if I do play that today, yeah, no, can't really do that. Basically, that deck doesn't bench more than 1 Pokemon at a time normally, or like 2 at most, so the Crobat doesn't really get to do much. He's hitting 70 or maybe 80 every turn, so I can't really keep up with this deck unfortunately, but it does have like 6 basics out of 9 that have the surprise attack, which is very cool, to disrupt the opponent's hand, so there's some neat stuff here. Huntail is a decent like anti-card for this week because it does more damage to every Dart Pokemon in play, so if everyone is playing the Darkness stuff here, then it'd be great. But I am not doing that, I am playing Blastoise, because we managed to get the quote-unquote Exodia here of actually managing to acquire the 2 spare Blastoise that are in rotation. Leo's got 2, I have the other 3. So, we're actually going to play with a thing here. We're also going to ban that bot, thank you very much. Get out of my sight. First time chatters get freaking outed for that. Anyway, yeah, we're playing Blastoise this week, so as often as you like during your turn, you may attach a water energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon, put the damage counter on that Pokemon. It's not quite the same as the original one, but it lets you attach anywhere, which is super strong, because the original Blastoise only let you rain dance to water Pokemon. This one goes wherever you want, so you can do a ton of really cool stuff with that, and we're going to show it in this deck. The attack is actually really good too though. 4 energy, 80 damage, flip until tails. For each head you discard an energy on the defending Pokemon. That last bit might seem pointless because you want to one-shot with this thing, but if the opponent has Experience All in play, this can actually matter because you can discard the energy that they can recover with Experience All. So it's not actually worthless. The 2 lower stage evolutions both have the Smash Turn attack here, which does a varying amount of damage and lets them retreat, so you can actually keep them in play, which is pretty good. So we're playing that. I have a version of this that has Delcatty in here, which is really good, but I expect Mount Moon to be played as an out to both Delcatty Magneton and Dark Electrode. So I'm not actually going with that list this time. We are going to go with Pidgeot here. Pidgeot is still super good, right? We saw it last week, search your deck for any card once per turn. Amazing thing here. We have 2 Magneton. Initially I would play 3, but I needed space for another Evo line in here. There's a lot of Pokemon in this deck, but that's okay because you discard the spare ones with this to get energy back from the discard, which is really good. And then we have 2 copies of Medicham. I have 3 of this thing, but I can only really fit 2 if I'm going to have the 3rd Blastoise in here. Chakra Points is the main thing here. This hits for fighting weakness, which is pretty good in this format. Obviously really good against the whole lightning weakness of Blastoise and Pidgeot, so we can hit with that really well. And it just one-shot stuff super nicely, so very good. I'm teching as Angus in here. I don't know how this is going to go, but here's the logic. I can accelerate to this thing, so free energy is not actually that bad for it. It hits 60 on evolved Pokemon. It hits 120 specifically on Dark Dragonite. So I actually think this thing is legit. only as a one-of. I have 3 of it, but there's no way I'm playing more than 1 here. The fact that it can't be poisoned is kind of neat as well. I don't expect to see Crobat or anything like that played, but it's a fun bonus, I suppose. And then we have the 1 Jirachi as well. We can use Jirachi just to evolve up the line. You can actually evolve into Blastoise EX as well, which is kind of good, so I think it's neat. And then we have our items and stuff here. There's not a lot of items in this deck. 2 Great Ball to search out basics, 1 Pokemon Retriever to recover the stuff that we've discarded, 4 Rare Candy because it's the most broken card in the format, and we have the 1 Strength Charm as a new addition here as well. This lets Zangoose hit 70 and Blastoise hit 90. Also, Pidgeot can hit 50, so they're actually all relevant numbers, so not too bad. Wartortle can hit 52, which is pretty good. Energy-wise, it's, 10 water, 1 multi. I did have 2, but I'm putting Strength Charm in instead. I think that'll be fine, because you can recover the basics here. 2 fighting and 1 lightning here is more than fine. No, Rare Candy's busted, because you just go Pidgey, Rare Candy, Pidgeot immediately, and it's ridiculous. Rare Candy just lets you immediately go bench basic, evolve, stage 2, win, right? So no, I think this is the enabler, to be honest. This card is busted out the ass, but this is the enabler for it. So to me, this is the more broken thing. Anyway, 2 stadiums in here. Island Cave is the one I'm choosing. You could easily go High Pressure System in here, but I think Island Cave is a little bit better because it benefits Medicham as well. If you attach an energy to it from the hand, you remove the special conditions from it. So this lets your Blastoise act as the Quagsire would as well, which is pretty good. And then for the supporters, a little bit light here. I initially had a Aqua Conspirator to search out energy as well. Yeah, nobody has Vileplume EX, so yeah. We got Forcilio because it's one of the other super strong cards here. Search it out for any Pokemon that isn't an EX. You search for the Pidgeot that lets you get the EX, so there's that. 1 Copycat, I would fit more in here, but I think I value Steven just a little bit higher. Match the opponent's hand size with a Shuffle Draw, it's kind of okay. 2 Rockets Admin, you don't really need more than 2 in here, to be honest. This card is, you're usually not going behind on prizes that much, but if your opponent KOs a Blastoise EX, this is pretty good as a response target, so there's that. And then for Steven, 2 TV Reporter, these are just the max copies I have. So that is what we are going with today. I honestly feel like this deck is super good, so hopefully we'll be able to do some good stuff with it. And let's go see what we are dealing with over here. Looks like the game is concluded on the other side, and I see the Steelix deck, which is intriguing to me. I did not think that was actually going to get brought today. Looks like Steelix versus Electrode, which is intriguing. So let's go in the other room though and see how stuff went.
Welcome.
Hello.
That went surprisingly longer than expected.
Turns out the turn 2 deck can sometimes have to play until like turn 8.
It actually almost went in my favor, but I ran out of energy.
Yeah, unfortunately seems about right for that deck.
It's just Xatu Shedinja is very difficult to overcome in this style of deck.
Yeah, I could see that.
Especially when he has Shedinja and Xatu up turn 2. Though I did get 2 reversal heads to just crush both Xatu and then I couldn't get them for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I lost on resources, not on prizes.
Yep. I never got to use Healing Wind the entire game.
Oh no! All that time you spent trading for them and you couldn't even use it.
Yeah.
Well,
To
me.
be fair, I saw them as threats and got rid of them.
Exactly.
That's
the gusts.
Yeah, that's fair. Right, well, I guess I have not played you since Hidden Legends, right, Matt? So I guess I should probably do that first, huh?
Sounds good.
Good luck. I'll mute up for you guys.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it a good proper shuffle. Right, so what would we like in terms of the coin toss here?
Heads, please.
You got it. What would you want?
Second.
I see. Okay, fair enough. Well, that gives it away straight away. No basics in this one.
Good. Okay. Useless. Okay.
Yeah, pretty straightforward hand, if nothing else. Just no basics to play with it. Probably for the best. That hand wasn't very good, to be honest. But, you know. Alright, so do that, and then, yep, get your first card. Okay.
Found a non-basic as my active.
While are we playing Infinity over here?
Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh joke?
Yeah, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh joke. Infinity is an archetype that needs to have no cards in their hand for most of their stuff, so some people would cheat by like setting monsters in the spell trap zone. So and then the opponent like MST'd them and they had to forfeit immediately because otherwise they'd get called out and disqualified. Right, anyway, good luck. Ninkata. Alrighty then. No draw on the first turn. I do have a Pidgey. I don't really see the point in benching more than one thing if you're going first, to be honest, because you just bench them in your turn anyway.
Same for going second, because
yeah.
there's no hand disruption.
Yep. We will... Wow, there's no hand disruption in this deck. I actually do have one that would be hand disruption. We are going to Supersonic. And don't get the confusion. Okay.
You could theoretically get dunked, I guess, somehow.
Yeah, I mean, going second, I'll bench the stuff. Anyway, I failed the flip, so... Yeah, going second, I'll bench my stuff, but going first, I really don't see the point. Okay.
See.
Oh, yeah, I still hate that card, dude. I understand, like, the use for it and everything, and especially if you were playing that Electrode deck, I'd see it there because that's how you get Sneasel or Cypher. But, like, dude, I hate that card so much. I'm so glad we've got other options at the moment. Yeah. Like, I will legit just play Swoop Teleporter instead of that. It's because at least that way you can get better use out of your stuff that's in play.
I'm actually gonna make this an Inkata.
Sure.
Safer.
The dual ball flip two tails DNA. So I'm like, I hate that card so much. It's so annoying. Like, luckily you had a great ball as well, because otherwise that is the kind of thing that might just end the game straight away if you don't get it.
Yeah. Not great. We'll Celio for Zatu and pass.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty safe because I'm not exactly gonna like admin that hand. Yeah, you need to shuffle up. Okay. Right, we will draw then. Well, this hand is almost amazing. I will TV Reporter. So we'll draw 3. Oh, we're getting there. We'll discard the water. I'll evolve to Pidgeot. I think I might actually put an energy down on it right now because it might end up coming up, and we will try for the Supersonic again. Alright, Confusion. Haha. Yeah, I was looking at what ones I could even play here, and most of them seem pretty bad, to be honest. Ninjask, alright. So this gets the Shedinja out. Sure. Yes, going for clutch plays. There you go. That's exactly it. We might have to be honest.
See Leo again.
Nice. It's pretty good. Well, it would be good if you had the energy to attach, I suppose, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be good. Cast off, shell.
Sure. It's pretty strong.
Pass.
Okay. Well, yeah. Alright. Let's draw. Yeah, it was a pretty good reason I saved it until afterwards. I had Steven and TV Reporter last turn, and it was like, you're gonna bench more stuff, so I'm gonna wait. So we'll draw 5 off of that. Oh, you would think that would solve stuff, but well, I guess I've got to reveal this now. Then I'm gonna bench Zangus. Wasn't actually for this matchup, but it kind of works. Oh, you just retreat anyway, but I'm gonna coin flip out of spite here.
Okay.
Alright, I force you to retreat to the other one. Big deal. Yeah, so that's 3.
Dual ball.
Yep. Okay. So you get 1, but no space on the bench anymore. Yep.
And then pass.
Okay.
You can't make me retreat. I retreat when I want to retreat.
You're not my real dad. Right, okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I suppose I've got to play the stadium down first then. Because I need to play stadium and there, so I can actually play Steven here. Because I couldn't play it unless I took 2 cards out of my hand. So we'll get our 6. Ah, man. All of the draw and none of it's actually like doing what I need here. You know what? If you aren't gonna retreat, I'm going to retreat, and I'm going to clutch you with Pidgeot. 10 damage. You can't retreat anymore. So your hubris has come back to bite. Right, go for it.
Let's see. Oh, that's a fat hand.
Yeah, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So
He got me for 11 earlier.
Copycat. Pretty good.
yeah, Copycat's mostly strong. Yeah, I know you can just like heal the damage off, but at least you can't retreat out of the confusion anymore. So yeah, this only works on Reggie types.
Guess we'll put the damage on.
Yep.
Can't imagine wanting the damage on there. I guess if you devolve me, then I could evolve and do the damage first.
Yeah, it's a weird spot, isn't it? Because like, if I devolved you, I can't like devolve your Shedinjas or anything. So you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to the empty shell one yet. DNA, that's next set. The Sheddy that doesn't give up prizes when it dies.
I will attach to this guy. Okay. Pass.
Okay, we will draw. Oh my god, cannot draw a single like reasonable card out of this, but that's fine. I mean, I do have plays. It's just like this isn't where I want to be with this right now. I suppose I will put another energy on the Zangoose over here. What are you at? Like 9 cards in that hand right now?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I was thinking, because you've only played 1, so... Alright, I will Strength Charm the Magnemite, I guess, because that could technically deal with a Shedinja at some point. And, yeah, I'm going to Copycat myself here. I don't love it, because I kind of wanted to keep that stuff. But I need to get something going. And apparently those, like, you would think 9 cards would do it, but... clearly not. This, on the other hand, might.
You do have Squirtle in that deck, right?
I do. Yeah, but speaking of, we're gonna Great Ball that. Yeah, I've actually, this is first search, so I should probably... or... Yeah, no, actually, I think I'm gonna grab the Magnemite here. Yeah, because I have a Squirtle in hand. I'm thinking what I actually want to do with this stuff here. Where's it? Yeah, I attached to the Zangoose this turn. Right. Yeah, I couldn't see the other energy, so I wanted to make sure that I actually did that. Yeah, because I guess I'll do this. I have Pidgeot, so that's why I've not come out the deck yet, because I'm looking at whether I want to search something. Which I probably should. Thing is, I don't have any way of discarding stuff right now, so... because there just isn't really anything to do that with in this format, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay. I suppose I will just grab that then. Like, so this does 1 damage plus 1 for each counter on. Okay, so that's basically doing nothing. None of the stuff on your board actually does damage at the moment, so I'm going to go into the Zangoose here, and I'm going to hit for 30 with its... oh no, 60, sorry, with its Super Slash.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it going, like, your board can't damage me right now, so...
Yeah, it's great. Not ideal.
Could have put the Strength Charm on the Zangoose? Yeah, but if I put it on the Zangoose, then Magnemite can't one-shot a Shedinja. You are right, though. I could have one-shot this thing, but I don't think that's really too big of a deal right now. Yep.
I think that's too good. 20.
Yep.
Search.
Yeah, just make sure what else is in there.
Cool. Well.
So, the funny thing I see here, not that it actually matters, but the Zangoose can only hit 30 on the on the sheds because they're not actually evolved Pokemon at this point. I know they've only got 30 anyway, but it's just funny to me. Yep.
Okay, then we'll touch for 20.
Yep.
And I think I'll stay in.
Okay. Right, then we will draw. Okay. Let's get a Magneton down. I think I'm always doing that here no matter what. I'm like 1 card short of what I want to do here. And I think I can... no, I can't quite get there because I do not have Big Boy in play. Yeah, I'm like 1 short of where I want to be with this right now. It's a little unfortunate, but whatever. This guy's still got... Yeah, the Pidgeot's got 1 energy on it. Okay.
Yeah, we still need a better, like, tool management.
We do.
UI element.
We do, yeah. And this guy retreats for 1? Okay. So then, let's actually quick search first. It's probably the best bet here. Yeah, so if I search for that and then Celio Medicham, I don't know if I'm going to play the Medicham this turn, but I might as well get it out just to play a supporter this turn. You know.
Is this still the Medicham? Can I read that?
Yeah, sure. Sorry.
Oh.
It's my out to being entirely weak to lightning in this deck otherwise.
Oh, right.
Right, because Blastoise is weak to lightning, Pidgeot is weak to lightning, so I'm like, this guy only takes 1 fighting energy, so I can just go like attach a fighting and rain 2 energy on it. And Chakra Points is super good against a lot of stuff here, right? Like if I could power, I was looking at a way of trying to power this up this turn, and I'm 1 short. Because if I'm gonna be retreating this with a water, but it's like I don't have a way of getting a second water in hand right now, so I will probably just go in Pidgeot here. Actually, we'll go. Trying to think which way around is best here. Actually, I guess I will use the Magneton. I'll pitch the second Celio for water here. Thinking if I want to rain that down. I think I do. We'll rain it on the Blastoise here, because it's not weak to grass for some reason. Cannot understand what on earth they were thinking with this one, but whatever. We will put a multi down on the Pidgeot, and I will clutch for 40, prevent retreats.
20.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I know that's going to happen anyway, but that's fine because it's like, it doesn't matter, to be honest. Yeah, it matters for the Pidgeot killing, but I have other options, right? So.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing on that at the moment. Zangoose is fighting water that's attached, and Blastoise is 1 water.
Yeah. Well.
I don't know what to tell you, by the way, DNA. This Shedinja is actually a threat, so if I can avoid having to interact with it that many turns, then I'm going to.
You certainly have a better option for dealing with it than I did.
Mm-hmm. This is awesome.
Yeah, I will admit the Zangoose wasn't in here for this matchup, but it certainly works.
Grass. Actually here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right. Is that right? And then...
So Xatu is sideways because he's used the powers this turn. It's a notation thing. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Oops. Oh.
Whoa!
Points.
Alright, so we'll draw 6. Yeah, tapped is the other term for it, yeah.
I'm gonna play a low pressure system.
Sure. Okay. Oh no, now they have 40 HP. My Magnemite can't kill them anymore. Actually, Zangoose doesn't one-shot them either because they're not evolved Pokemon. Okay.
is the idea.
Yeah, I don't like
alright.
having... Oh, go on.
So I'll quick that 20.
So, yep, and then you can swap out still.
Simply confident I want to go to a Shedinja. I'll go to this one.
Okay.
And I will move the double rainbow to Shedinja.
Yeah, that
and then
makes
it goes-
sense. Yeah. Because... Yeah, it does get discarded, doesn't it? Because it's not counted as an evolved Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just wanting to get it off the field. Okay. Fair dues. We will draw. Okay, yeah, that's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's energy rain here, get a couple on the Blastoise. So we can do Steven for the 6.
That's the
Pretty good, yeah.
How did your game versus Leo go, by the way?
I haven't played Leo this week.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was Pepper. Yes.
Yeah, Pepper went against Leo. Alright, I will quick search. Hang on. Yeah, that will be happening. I just want to make sure what else is still in here. Okay, seems good. Yeah, we've got the second cave, so we'll do that. This is going to stay in play just a set longer. We'll go there. I'll put a fighting on the Meditite here. Unfortunately, the Meditate is not like super good against the Xatu deck, but you know, such is the way. We will. Wait, do I actually have an energy in this card? Have I just messed up with that? I do. Okay, yeah, I've got 2 from. When did I put? Oh, doesn't matter. I'm gonna discard a Great Ball and get the 2 back. I'm trying to work out. Wait, when did I put those in the discard? I manually retreated 1, so. Yeah. I should have realized that.
Maybe the other one was TV reporter.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, it probably was actually.
Zangoose and Magnemite. So there's 2. I think you already got 1 back at some point, but
yeah. Yeah, not particularly happy about putting another counter on it, but I think I can get away with it. I might as well put 1 on here because that might actually matter. And we will do the Super Slash, get the knockout, yeah.
Super Slash.
Hey, Jetron. Have a bean? Pretty good. This is a weird match right now, but overall not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably should have just manual attached to the Zangoose instead, but I was looking at it going, well, yeah, if I'd have looked at my discard first and seen the energy, I probably wouldn't have put the fighting on the Meditite this turn, but oh well. Because now it's in Strength Charm range and that feels bad.
So I want to hit you. Still in a different stadium. So I want to go into Autumn. Or so so I'll play Matsu. Grass.
Yep.
Opio.
Yep.
this, so we'll quick touch,
Okay.
go into gas, and
Sure.
not move anything.
Yeah, probably not a good time to do that, but okay. I suppose we should probably keep this turn somewhat straightforward then. We will go pay retreat to the Meditite. I will attach a water to it and yeah, meditate for the KO here. This would have been a good time to have had the other one, to be honest, because it's like 2 colorless 20 plus 10 on a coin flip, but whatever. Yep.
And
I'll say it's good at keeping the energy in play, this deck, isn't it?
That's rough. I guess I will just quick touch.
Yep.
And I'll go to points. So, yeah, okay, let's do Ninkata
Sure.
and not move energy.
Okay. We'll draw. I do have the Medicham. I will quick search here. Trying to be like conservative with it a little bit because I have to pick a card if I actually go in, so I want to just make sure I don't like overcommit and take too many cards out of my deck right now. We do have a water, so I will chakra points for 50.
Better. So I'll play Ninkata and admin.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, admin's not quite as scary when I have Pidgeot in play, I guess, but it's still good. Like, yeah, dual ball. Ooh, okay. Could have done with that at the start of the game, I imagine, but
Yeah, it didn't matter too much.
no, not really.
I actually want anything.
You made me play
Yeah,
TV Reporter instead of Steven, so.
Yeah, I guess. Huh. Okay. That's intriguing. 5 in hand. Okay.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
And so I think probably one last base. Should I have done that?
This is where my mistake of raining on Sazangus is annoying. Yeah, okay. I guess this is. Do anything with these?
Then we'll just impact.
Yep, alright, let's start moving the stuff around then. So this goes to 10, this is at 40, 30, 20, and 40, and then Zangoose falls. Words I never thought I would say, like a Zangoose actually being on the field here, but you know. Yeah, so now, of course, yeah, Choco Points doesn't get a KO either, which is fine. We will draw. I'm going to quick search.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll take this out so I can discard it with the Magneton to get 2 energy back. Don't think I need Jirachi when my entire field is like fully evolved and stuff here. I should have put a Psychic Energy in this deck as well. I could have attacked with Jirachi as well.
Yeah, that would be Ninja.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have been thinking on it that way. So we're gonna go there. I'm gonna discard one of the water for retreat and Hyper Whirlpool. I'm not gonna flip because it doesn't matter in this case.
Yep. Okay. It's about to.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 prices.
Yeah, it's kind of scary looking, huh?
Mm-hmm. I guess it could go. No, I should. Yeah, this first thing would be Steven.
Yep, for 5. Yeah, it's like maybe I could have gotten a basic down last turn, and I was like, why would I? I don't need anything else right now, and it would make your Steven stronger.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just play cards for the sake of playing them, but I don't think this is one of those cases.
Okay. Low pressure system.
Ooh, yep.
And I'm gonna POW your Magnemite.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense. The one true threat to Shedinja, right?
Exactly. One I can see, anyway.
Yeah.
2 prize cards next turn. That would break. So I think I'll also Retriever Natsu to the bench.
Yep. That's pretty good. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem, huh? Because there's only one that's gone.
Still can't attack. Let's go double rainbow. Yes. I think I've only lost 2. Yeah, it's here. And quick touch to Shedinja, not any energy.
Okay. Pidgeot obviously is the thing to come out because it's got no retreat. Let's draw. Yeah, this is where I wish I had the 3rd stadium available, but I don't know if that is a thing. Yeah, having to play the first one to Steven was annoying, to be honest, because I would have wanted to counter this, but...
As soon as I saw that hit the table, I was like, okay.
Yeah, there might be a chance, yeah. Yeah, because... It's looking a little rough, I don't know. Like it's almost there, but I know that 3rd Zati is going to come down and it's just going to be too much of a problem. Because otherwise I'd just about have it here, actually. If it wasn't for the stadium being down as well. I think I would have actually had it. And now I don't know. Like, I'm not entirely out, but I'm not sure where I go from here.
Yeah. I mean, depends how many gusts you have in your deck. Depends on if I can hit Zatu fast enough, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be good.
One of us can mill the other out.
Which is not likely to be me at the moment. Although then again, actually, I have more cards in deck than you do right now, which is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it mostly is just, do you get the third one down, I think is the real problem point here. If you get the third one down, I don't know if I can handle it. Mostly because this isn't an evolved Pokemon right now. If it was an evolution, then this would be easy.
Yeah. Yeah. I've already got 3 Celios gone.
Okay, because I do have Retriever, so obviously Zangoose can come back. I think I do actually just like shuffle into deck at this point though.
Yeah, sounds good.
Because we might be getting into that kind of territory. I don't know. Because my other option is I have Pidgey. You don't deal with Pidgey very quickly. I have a bunch of energy in the discard at the moment as well, right? Yeah, I've got like 3. Okay. Yeah, I think I use the quick search here. Which way round do we do this? I guess I should put you on Gotta Have It, right? Yeah, I'll put you on Gotta Have It. I'll get that. I will pitch a Steven with the Magneton to get the energy back. We'll put 2 on the Zangoose so I can actually attack this turn. Yeah, I've got to put you on Gotta Have It here, I think. We'll go in, free retreat, and hit for 30.
Super.
It's like if you get that 4th Zatu out of the deck, basically, then sure. But otherwise, yeah. I had to put you on it.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
Right, at this point I lose, but we might win by deck out. Who knows?
Maybe. Damage first.
Right, so hole 10. Woo. Let's discard with the Magneton to grab the 1 energy that I have left right now. I could have retreated first, but I actually don't want to retreat here at the moment. I'm gonna put on the Pidgey and end the turn.
Super Slash.
Yep.
Damage Garcino.
Yeah.
Super Slash.
Yep. So we will go there. I will pay 1 to retreat to Pidgey. Eventually. And I will corner to stop you from retreating.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, are you just like hoping I don't? Why are you worried about your retreat?
Because you can only do 10 damage at a time to me here.
Right. I guess I'm thinking even if I could retreat, I don't know that I would, because I'd have to.
Well, you want to damage
into
curse twice and then quick touch for the KO, right?
True. Yeah.
Corner stops you from doing that.
was not thinking of that at all. Point. Okay, cool. Yeah, damage curse for attack.
Yep.
I could have knocked out a Zangoose then.
Yeah, that's why I retreated to the Zangoose away. It's like, I think my thing here is I've got to stop you from taking prizes for a bit. To that extent, I guess I will just corner again for now.
Okay, damage curse.
Yep. We'll go in. I'm just thinking what's the best way of stopping that at the moment with it. Because this I can take a few hits with. I can take like one hit on everything that isn't Zangoose on this bench right now. Yeah, this might be a little bit. I have a feeling that I am not winning this one, but I've got to play to whatever small outs I can possibly have here, right? Yeah, no, we'll just corner again at the moment.
Yep. Damage curse.
Yep, so it's up to 30.
Glad we don't have a time limit in our tournament.
True. Yeah, let's corner again here.
Damage curse.
Yep. So that's up at 40. And now, unfortunately, I do kind of have to do something with it. We are going to quick search, so I can caddy Pidgeot to survive an extra turn here. And that will do for now. Go ahead.
Damage curse.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
What I drew doesn't matter. Damage curse.
Yep. Go ahead.
Damage curse.
Yep.
70.
Yep. We'll go to the other Pidgeot and pass.
Yeah. Damage cursed.
Yep. We will draw and pass. Go ahead. I know what you're waiting for off of it, really, so I'm just like, okay, how many are there?
Yeah.
Do you actually have access to it? That's the other reason prize denial is potentially a thing here.
Ultra Retriever.
Yep.
This guy.
Yeah.
This guy. And this guy.
Yeah, that's a problem, isn't it?
Damage curse.
Yeah, no, I think you've got it. I don't think admin is really going to help here at this point.
Yeah, it gives you plus
no,
2
because you
death.
get like 1,000 cards in from that as well. Like, yeah, even if I shuffle draw 40,
right.
you've got like 10, 12 in hand. It's not going to help.
Is more time.
Yeah, I basically had to hope that you didn't have like another admin or another shuffle way in, and you just did. So
This is
yeah, I think it's my own fault because I put the damage on the Zangoose that ended up costing that. I think if the damage wasn't on Zangoose there, I'd probably win that game. Although also, yeah, the stadium count was a thing too. It's close though.
yeah. TG.
Yeah.
GG.
The other consideration I had was instead of shuffling back in, I was going to just take the Zangoose and then search for admin that turn. But I thought if you've got it in hand already, then whatever. But it's like I didn't think I was going to cut the chances down enough by like shuffling away the hand there. So that was the other choice, is that I could have just immediately picked up the Zangoose because I already had the extra energy in hand. So if I'd have picked it up and went admin, shuffled you down to 4, but you only had 5 in hand anyway, so it didn't feel like much of a difference.
Yeah, I might have done it, but hard to say.
Yeah. So I mean, it was like you basically had to have it, and there really wasn't any other way around it, to be honest. Funnily enough, the other deck I was going to play today would absolutely destroy that because it spread. I was going to play Crobat as the other deck, but I can't play Crobat in the face of Steelix and Kingler, because it just auto loses to them. But spreading to your bench instead, like, I don't give a crap about Shedinja at that point, because Crobat does, as you know, because you've got him, right, it does the 10 to all of your Pokemon, and heals for every Pokemon you have in play. You physically cannot do more than 30-40 damage at a time to me, and I just heal that off instantly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just knock out everything that isn't the stuff that way, and then Murkrow with a Darkness Energy on it will do 30 to the Shedinja anyway. So it's like basically is as good as an auto win as you could get, but it also loses to two of the other dinguses in here, so I couldn't play it.
Yeah.
You know how it is on that front. It's like, welp.
Yeah, that was
Alright guys, I'm about to bounce out.
Alright, take care,
Get
dude.
ready for work.
Yeah.
How did your game go, Leo? Did you get the W?
Yeah, 1-1. The second game, and forgot who I played. I think it was Pepper. Yeah, he'll tell you it was extremely close. We're basically down to our last Pokemon, to our last card in the deck.
Wow.
And yeah, and then he managed to Team Rocket admin, shuffle his hand back in, and KO my Dragonite that had all 4 of his Darkness Energy. So
Yeah, that'd do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the funny thing for you, Matt. The Zangoose wasn't for the Shedinja matchup, obviously. It was an anti-Dragonite thing, because it one-shots Dragonite with Super Slash, because the Dragonite's weak to colorless. I was like, normally it's too expensive to put 3 energies on a basic, right? Because you can't like double rainbow or anything like that to it. But Blastoise is one of the few decks that's going to let you do that. So I was like, yeah, I can just energy rain onto it and get a KO out of nowhere when I need it, right? So yeah, it was actually there as an out to the Dragonite rather than the Shedinja. Which, yeah, it did a good job at, but yeah, only 2 stadiums and being forced to play it first is not great, really. But honestly, I didn't really know where else I could even fit stuff in here. I'd have to like take out the Medicham pretty much, but I don't know. Medicham seems pretty good in a fighting weak format, right? So it's kind of hard to say, yeah, just take it out. I did have a version of this that had Delcatty instead, but I was expecting quite a lot of Mount Moon because it hits Electrode as well. So
Yeah.
it was a case of, yeah, I actually think the Delcatty version of this flows better, but the Pidgeot is obviously stupid good too. It's just you kind of have to compensate for that a little bit because it's a bit slower.
Mm-hmm.
So
Pepper, y'all done already?
Yeah, we had a 2-turn game.
yeah, it sounds about right, to be honest.
I won.
Yeah, I couldn't get my Swoop Teleporter.
I was winging for 70 turn 3 because I got my Azrael basically God Hand start.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much as it said with this one. You either win on like turn 2 or you lose on turn 1, you know? There basically isn't an in-between with this deck.
Yeah, I was just telling Cal and Matt, I gotta go now, get ready for work.
No worries.
So yeah, good games.
Audio.
Yeah.
I saw Leo's playing 4 Dragonite. Wow.
Yeah, so I think the original versions of this deck actually did. I think they play more briny than this too, but they actually did kind of go down that sort of route where Dragonite and tagging with it was the primary way that you won. Does he only have 2 Red Candy, or is this?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get more of those soon. But
Is that an Emerald? I know there's a bunch of random stuff in Emerald.
it's in one of the next 2, I'm pretty sure, because otherwise it would rotate out, right? And Red Candy's been in format for
Yeah,
like
it's an
ever.
Emerald.
Yeah, so
Pepper,
But-
did you want to play a game?
Do I really? I mean,
Do you want to go up against Shedinja with a deck that's pure evolution?
yes, because it resists grass and you'll stall them out forever.
It doesn't matter. It plays its damage counters.
Yeah, but one at a time. You could heal that every 6 turns, dude.
Okay, that sounds funny at least. Horrible but funny.
Unfortunately, I don't have too much more time tonight, so
Fair enough.
I figure
Let's
I'm going to
quickly
get
sort out
this.
host transfer now before we start anything silly.
Well, I need to get the next draft done as well, so I'm just going to speed through that.
Okay then.
Yeah, if you want to just do that, then sure, we can...
Sorry, it's have to get in good with this new guild here, so they're requesting me to show up for some events.
That's fine.
What
I
game?
honest...
What's
Sorry.
the guild for, Si?
Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Ah, nice.
Do we move into a room or?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I guess some
I'll
Al can
pop
follow
into
if he
listening
wants.
on us when Si's done.
God damn it! I didn't need this one.
Yeah, I'll follow them afterwards. Once everything's loaded up. If everything loads up.
Oh, sorry.
I'm curious as to why you're doing this now.
Because we normally do it and just get it over
Right,
done with.
but like, we don't have to. It's all good. But
I
it's
prefer
like,
to have witnesses so there's no accusations of me trying to, record things and pick the best one.
I mean, fair enough.
Can't cheat if I do it this way.
I mean, I might be able to move at some point with the stuff here. If not.
Sorry.
Well, there's at least a couple of Archie that I might be able to see here.
Yeah, there's a few Jirachi.
I can't move, so...
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lesson to be learned. You probably shouldn't be doing this in the at the end of the thing, in the middle of a big room like this. But whatever, because nobody is going to be able to do anything until you're done with this.
Well, there's 2 scramble at least.
Yeah, and the next one introduces Lady Cargo, so there is that.
There's a 3rd. Oh dear. Well, that's a thing. The Oak CCX.
Hmm.
Another Jirachi. Plenty of this Crawdont, which I'm not opposed to running. It is a crab.
Yeah, the mining is good too, for sure.
I think I've capped out on Scramble at least.
Well, I wouldn't know because I can't really move at the moment, so...
Sorry. Definitely capped out in Strength Charm by now.
It's just funny because you're saying, yeah, I want witnesses on the stuff here, but yeah, it can't really do that if you can't actually see the cards. So,
Yeah, but it'll show in the video that there's multiple people here.
I guess.
Like, I can't forge that. Well, I mean, editing, but I don't know how to do that. And quite frankly, I don't have time to do that. The last one.
Yeah, there's like a million Rashi in here, Jesus Christ.
And think we capped out in scrambles, or we got 3 of them at least. Yeah, plenty of scramble. 3 scramble. No boost, but that's fine. Plenty of that Metagross, so
Yeah, there is that too, isn't there?
that's probably something we could probably arrange to get over to you.
We shall see.
I'll just grip this up and save it. Again, sorry about having to cut this week short.
No, that's fine.
Fortunately, these people want me to be social, so I have to show up in their social night.
Yeah, definitely a couple of interesting looking matchups potentially here. It's a shame we didn't get to play Leo as well, I think, because I've played you during the week with this several times, so like both weeks we already know what this is all about. But yeah, it's almost a shame I didn't get to see Leo's take on the Dragtrode here, but it looks cool though. Alright, let's have a look and see how see how this is going. Probably not very well, but you know.
I think there's some spicy stuff in this pile, but I'll get reviewing it a bit later.
Yeah.
The Oak CCX could be pretty good though.
It's interesting for sure.
So I'll get that uploaded and shared. Oh, there's gonna have to be a host transfer.
That was what Pepper was saying. That you were not listening to him on.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll move into the room.
Who should I hand it over to?
Well, not me, that's for sure.
And
Howdy.
energy. Pass.
Nice.
Okay, host transfer in a second apparently. So flip your hand face down.
Yeah.
Joke's on you, I have no hand.
Yeah, this game's already reached the dumb mode.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to, but
I was expecting further in than turn 3, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I had a nice start. Like, awful supporter and Steven, but I already had the Pokemon in hand.
okay, there we go.
Alright. So the question is, I don't think I can reasonably, like, take enough knockouts. And I don't know that putting damage on you really does anything. Right? Like, what do I have to be afraid of? Do I know that there's any possible way you could get this down to a basic that could then use reach? Is that a thing? Like in format?
If I was running teleport, I think I could teleport a fail search.
What, time machine you mean?
Time machine, yeah. I get those two mixed up all the damn time. But yeah, time machine fail search would do it. I don't.
Maybe?
Can you?
I'm gonna go look that up because I don't believe that.
Assume you can fail search time machine.
I mean, maybe
Yeah,
you can.
But there's nothing realistic apart from that, I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah?
Because
I
depends
guess
if
you could. Why not?
depends if DNA or anyone's actually still in here with that.
I'm gonna assume you can. I'm just gonna pass.
Okay.
I guess I should. Oh no, I think that's the right amount of damage to have on you.
I do not see anything in the compendium on that. I see one.
Darkness.
We see one about surprise time machine removing effects of stuff because yeah, it's devolution. That's gonna happen. Search for the same evolution you shuffled into deck. Yes. Use the power on it. Yes. If you surprise time machine a Wobbuffet that evolved from a Why Not, you can't evolve into Wobbuffet because it's not a proper path. Duh. But yes. DRE detaches, yes. Time Machine removing the stage 2 that was evolved from Red Candy, you search the stage 1. You could Wally it afterwards, yes, but you can't Red Candy because it's a stage 1 now. Say you use Surprise Time Machine to remove a stage 2, blah blah blah. What happens if you don't have the corresponding stage 1 in the deck? Pokemon would have to remain a basic at that point. But there's nothing about can you just not find the search, which is weird.
I don't think so, just based on the wording.
Yeah, like, this is one of those weird bits, like, because the search happens after the devolution, right? It's weird. Like, maybe you can, but I am not confident enough to say yes on that one without actually seeing anything in the compendium about it.
It's a weird edge case. I assume it has to fail search because of the candy case, because it might not be a stage 1, and there'll be no way of verification. So I assume that a fail search is possible. I did pass, by the way, if you didn't hear me.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Sorry, it was in the middle of the discussion, so...
Yes, I will pass. Let me know if you are going to have like several turns of draw passing. We could theoretically like draw 3 for a turn or something.
Well, I'm looking for something specific, so...
Okay, cool. Take your time.
Rocket's mission. Discard Island Cave. Draw 3.
A lot of Island Cave this week. It's weird.
Hey, I gotta get rid of. It helps me get rid of win stadium walls and get rid of status stuff.
Yeah,
Nasty
yeah,
status
that's fair.
stuff.
So my logic behind it was that I didn't want a high pressure system because it benefits my opponent more than me most of the time, right? If I'm going to switch a Squirtle out, it's going to be by smash turn, or not at all, basically. But yeah, the status condition stuff was more likely to come up. Especially, we didn't see Dom's Boss this week, but, you know.
Attach metal to Onyx. Pass.
Yeah. Making me a little nervous here.
What we need is an Onyx that's like flip until tails do like 20 damage times number of heads, and then you just eventually flip out.
Yeah.
Alright, so apologies for the cough right there, but yeah, so effectively what we're seeing here is the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. The Steelix does a bunch of damage and tanks a ton of stuff. It's also resistant to grass, so if there was ever a Ninjask that was trying to attack, it just wouldn't get to do anything. But Shedinja is unaffected by everything that isn't a basic non-EX Pokemon. So this can't actually ever do damage, and this only puts 1 damage counter on the thing per turn. It'd take a minimum of 11 turns to kill a Steelix. And yeah, I think the goal here actually is going for the going for the bind trap because Mount Moon prevents the Xatu from doing damage. So I think that's the goal here. It's like disrupt with that, but unfortunately Matt's got like 3 low pressure system in that deck, so I don't think this is going to work out either in the end. Still, it could do. The thing is, like, because there was no paralysis flip with it there, yeah, immediately, that's what I mean. Because there was no paralysis flip on it there, the Shedinja would have also been able to retreat for free anyway. Which, granted, is probably quote-unquote better for Pepper, but he did just discard all of his energy on that Steelix, so he wouldn't be able to get a return KO anyway. And yeah, you see Enrages on this guy, so you do not want to damage this at all. So we're basically just in the standstill point here of that is pretty much it. 37 to 28. I'm actually kind of surprised in a way that that Pepper's playing cards here, because you would think that you wouldn't want to play anything in this situation.
I'll heal it off immediately. And pass. Yeah.
So which one of these is the unstoppable force and which is the immovable object?
The Shedinja can very slowly kill the Onyx if it so desires.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Both, I guess. They're both
Fighting to the Steelix.
pretty immovable.
And pass.
Draw pass?
I don't even want to paralyze you. I want you to come at
Hit me! Hit me!
Hit me! Hit me!
Yeah, I pass.
I said hit me! Your turn.
You know what he's going to do, right? He's going to hit you once when he gets the second Xatu out, just to heal 20 every turn instead, and just do it that way. It's like, you can only ever do 20 damage to me, Ian.
Pass.
You can do that if you want. Pass.
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 It's funny because as I was mentioning to Matt before, it's like the other deck I wanted to bring this week would have, like, in fact both of them I think would have kind of crushed this, because the other one was the Bomb Tower, which Spinning Tail, right, same deal. But I want to save that one till later, but I can't bring the Crow back because you two dinguses are playing decks that beat that entirely, right? Like, I can't do anything to this deck with Crobat, and it doesn't beat Kingler either, you know? So you kind of made me play Blastoise instead.
Pass. So what you're saying is I made the right medical.
Pass.
Well...
Pass.
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 It's just amusing
Pass.
in a way because I did kind of have the outs to it, I just couldn't keep the stadium out of play, right? Like, I was one turn off, basically. So, it's interesting, for sure.
Pass.
Pass.
I'm bored of passing out bind.
Oh no, we can't move now!
Healing Wind. Pass.
How do you bite the Shedinja anyway? Like, wouldn't your soul get sucked out for that? Because surely you would have to look at the back of it at some point.
Onyx is long enough that he can just find it with the tail.
Fair. Fair.
Or maybe, I don't know, like, Shedinja's small, right?
Pretty small, yeah.
Like 1 foot? Smaller? Gotta go full Wikipedia.
Playing Onyx. Attach fighting.
Uh-oh. 2 feet! Wow.
That's a big bug.
2 feet 7 inches. 2.5 feet.
Jesus.
0.8 meters for you metric system lovers out there. I will also draw a pass.
Evolve into a Steelix. Pass.
Draw, evolve into a Shedinja. Pass.
Oh man. Really pushing the envelope here.
Yep.
Pass.
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 Match of the century, indeed. This is the anime episode with the double metapod, right?
Oh, it is. Wait a minute.
Attach darkness to the Steelix.
Scar's on the edge of his seat. What's gonna happen next?
I'm patting. You got to draw.
Pass.
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 Alright, so if it wasn't totally obvious here, Pepper's lost this one. He's got less cards in deck, and unless he has like he'd have to have at least 3 admin. I'm pretty sure there's not actually going to be any real way of it here, because he's been playing cards. That's been the big mistake here. You see Matt's discard has only got 4, so Pepper's got 13 in the discard here. Honestly, it's going to come down to, yeah, there's like a bunch of admin potentially, and yeah, this is kind of what I was getting to in my own game here, was like, you want to admin in order to keep the deck size up. I was looking to try and like get an admin where I had enough cards where it make a difference. This is like the only potential push, but honestly, I don't really see this counting. This is the last Mount Moon that he has. We know that Matt plays 3 stadium cards, so immediately it comes down and that's it. Yeah.
Again. I'm fine. I was looking for my energy, but it was all pride, just trying to stick my bench a bit. But when this dynamite eventually goes away, you saw what my plan for that game though was.
Yes.
I have 2 Mount Moon in deck.
That was the plan available to you.
And that's actually one of the reasons I shouldn't have discarded the Island Cave.
Yeah, that would help. Yeah, so I went deaf in there to obviously speak on my own side with it, but I was like, okay, as much as I hate to say it, you've already lost that, Pepper, because you've played cards and Matt has not. That was pretty much it. It didn't really matter what happened from there.
I couldn't win the game because I don't run copycats, so I only have like two admin and 1 versus seeker, so I'm going to lose the shuffling game.
Yeah, I mean that hurts, but it pretty much was just a case of, yeah, you had played a bunch of cards and there was like 4 cards in that discard for Matt, so
yeah, I did think I was the aggro and had to find a way of breaking it. With Mount Moon, I thought I had it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the admin puts all the pressure systems on the bottom, and every time they reshuffle, they go to the bottom. That might work out.
yeah, if it was like Marnie, then maybe, but you know.
I mean, there's always the chance, you know, like
just
shuffle the deck.
How many
and
low
they're
pressure?
both crossed
How
on
many
the
low
bottom.
pressure do you run?
3.
I got 4.
4.
Oh, you were
Even
you were
more.
4,
Yeah, okay.
I was doing 2, 3 at most.
Yeah, I figure this deck wins if I can checkmate you, and if I can't, then it doesn't. And that's one of the cards that people people can get out of checkmate with. The stadium.
Do you want to see one of the other two decks I bought with it here, whilst we're sort of in this room, since everybody else has left at the moment? Because I do have, like, two other ones I would bring here. Do you want to see one of them played, or...?
I'll take a quick break from playing. But
Sure. You're saying it destroys Shedinja and there's absolutely zero chance, correct?
Well, I reckon, but we'll see.
I just need to refill my glass of water and stuff, so...
I can play a different deck, unless you're, like, wanting to play Shedinja specifically.
I mean, I figured you would have different ones available with the stuff. Wait, Shedinja just stops effects of attacks and stuff, right?
Yeah, effects and damage.
Okay, so the poison from the Crobat actually does matter as well. Huh.
Correct.
That's...
Yeah, that matchup is super
Yeah.
cool and winnable.
That one is definitely a no.
Technically, if you prize 3 Crobats, maybe.
If I price 3
cool.
Crobats, I still kill you with Murkrow, so...
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. Or I can just, like, Golbat and just, like, go 2 Golbats every time and just, like, hit the bench him for everything that way, right? Who
Yeah,
won with
I don't-
what? I got benched, not benched out, but, like, I ended up just getting clipped out a little bit on the Blastoise game. I made a mistake of having to Energy Rain to the Zangoose that let a Psy Impact actually kill it, and couldn't keep up enough after that. 4 low pressure system ended up being the thing. It's like, yeah. So we're kind of looking at, because everybody's sort of on the leave point here, it's kind of looking at going, I want to play one other game, but stuff, because I've only played once today, so... Like, I want to play one... You know what? Actually, this might be the time to show this off then. As much as I want to play like the Crobat, it is an interesting deck, but it's one you've really gotta catch the right sort of room for. Which again, in a room of Kingler plus thingy, that isn't going to be a thing. This one I think actually would have been able to beat both of them, but at the same time I wanted to play Blastoise, so what was the point of trading for it these last couple of weeks if I wasn't going to play it, right?
Yep.
So...
Is this one relevant for Shedinja or not?
It will probably beat Shedinja, but it isn't as clear-cut, I don't think.
Well, I got Shedinja and Dragonite.
I mean, I reckon it can probably take either of them, but it depends on what you want to play.
Okay. Oh,
It'll be a decent match against either, I think. Well, hopefully, because it depends how well I actually draw, but, you know, deck should be consistent enough.
okay. I guess if you are indifferent, I'll play Dragonite.
Yeah, because I'm actually curious to play against this deck, because I've not seen it yet, so I didn't really get to see Leo's game after all, so... right, what were we like?
Heads. There's gonna be a
no.
Dragonite in that, right?
It's gonna be a what thing, sorry?
Dragonite playing that.
Oh, probably. Yeah, the playmat issue from last week should hopefully be fixed at this point because Pepper's re-uploaded them. I don't know what playmat it is though. I know I'm sure there was Dratini on one of them at the very least.
Oh, here we go. Dragon Majesty number 6.
Ah, that would do it. Yeah, that'd do it. I suppose. Which one's one of the Eevee ones? I know there's a bunch of them, but like, just one in
Evolution?
general. Yeah, because I like the Eevee ones, but I don't know. I don't remember what numbers anything is.
It's like 33. This one.
33 will do.
Can also go 24, 27,
Oh,
25, 26.
33 is the
Eevee
Grookey
is,
thing. There we go. That'll do. It's just if you're changing that, there's no point having half a Pokeball on it, right? So
Yeah.
okay, so I won the coin toss. I guess I will go first with this deck. Seems okay. Right, we will draw. Oh, well, shit. I might need that extra card with it, huh? Okay, fair dues. I will draw...
Another Morgan.
Oh, yeah, Scar wants to show the reverses off too. Okay. Yeah, we can definitely get him in with that.
15.
Right, we have a Larvitar. I'm gonna bench Dunsparce. I will put a Dark on the Larvitar and hit with Light Punch for 10.
I am resistant to fighting.
I will hit for 0, but that's okay.
Alright.
It's all good, because I don't really care about the attachments and stuff on it with it here. I keep forgetting this thing's got, like, resistances in this one.
Yeah. I also got a really goofy one. I'm second? You went first.
Yeah,
So
I went
Seedless.
first, yeah.
And I've got to assume that it's like spread, evolution, Ambrose, all that jazz. So with a small bench would be good. Fighting resistance stuff is good.
For now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Being weak to Dunsparce is a thing, though. Wow.
Yeah.
Super dangerous, right?
Oh, admin.
Sure. I'm actually kind of happy with that, I'll be honest. But
Yeah, I knew you were is the thing. Like, I really didn't want to do that.
my hand had 5 energy in it at the start of the game, so
X.
yeah, it was bad. It was really bad.
Back.
I would go. Rainbow.
Sure.
Yeah.
You want to get
put
that?
you to sleep.
I can't see it from here, but you want to get that hand back in first because you've dragged your
I
entire
flipped
hand
it.
out, right? Okay.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I
Wait a
saw a full drag for a sec there. I didn't really see what was in the hand, thankfully, but
That was weird.
right. Okay. Anyway, continue.
I'll put you to sleep.
That you will, but I'm actually just not going to bother because it's going to be evolving this turn anyway. Because I have Rare Candy. So we're going straight into this guy. Who is no longer fighting type, so no resistance for you.
Yeah. So one special dark and you win, right?
Yeah, that is indeed the situation. So we are going to TV reporter. And that doesn't actually do it. Okay, that's fine. It's still pretty close, but yeah, that doesn't actually win from here, which is okay. I will discard... I suppose Jirachi on this board doesn't really do anything. I do have a special dart, but it's the wrong type. I'm going to put the Dark Metal Energy on, and I'm going to use Grind to hit for 30.
Yep. Okay.
The Dark Metals are placeholders for Scramble, but you know. Yep.
Sweet Dragonair.
Oops. Oh no! There we go. Grind hits for 40. 10 plus 10 for each energy attached. Oh god, it's 10 plus! God damn it, yeah, that is a win.
Oh, wow.
It's 10 plus, it's not 10 times. Whoops.
Yeah, that caught me out at first
Nice.
as well.
Right, sorry about that.
that's
Let's
really
try
good.
again. Because, yeah, that was a nothing. Sorry
That's a
about
great
that.
attack.
Yeah, it's actually pretty strong. If you put a rocket energy on that, it's 40 for one attachment. It's kind of insane.
that's
Alright,
good.
let's try again then. What do we want?
Heads again.
Alright, I guess I'll go first and hope I don't draw 5 energy for my opening hand this time. Well, I did, but I also don't have a basic,
Really?
so... yeah. No basic this time. I don't have that many in it. No, I have quite a few, but like, I shouldn't be drawing 5 energy in the opening hand of everything, but... Oh, kinda wish I did on this hand, but whatever. Well, I'm going first anyway, so I'll just put that down. And that will be my turn. Go ahead.
Big explode, Electrode.
Yeah. Like, obviously I should, the reason I didn't play this apart from Blastoise is because I should wait for this deck to have Scramble next set, right? But, this deck is powerful enough at the moment where I feel like if I took it in today, I probably could have won most of the games.
Nice.
Yeah, this guy hits 40, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So if I had brought this, I could have beaten Shedinja with that as well.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Because your
Yeah,
low pressure system means nothing.
How many are you playing?
2, because I only have 2 right now. But also,
Retriever. or whatever
yeah,
that's
I
called?
think I have a retriever in here.
Yeah.
I think I've got like 1 retriever in every deck at the moment, 2 in the Crobat because it's more likely to get knocked out.
Gotcha. You know what? I'm gonna put this here and Warp Point instead.
Yeah, sure. Seems alright.
Dragon Song?
Sure. I guess I've got a flip. Okay, yeah, that actually kind of matters a little bit. That's fine. What a freaking hand. Alright, this is a really silly one. We are going to Celio.
This is pure dark. I don't have any dark resists. I assume that guy was weak to fighting. Huh?
I don't think there are any resistances to dark at the moment. Because that was fairy, basically, wasn't it? Yeah, we'll be getting this thing out. Whoa! The room just suddenly went super bright there.
Yeah, I saw that
that's
too.
Me messing with the light, trying to foil over here look better.
Yeah, I guess if we've got the where'd they go? You got the just behind you at the moment. There's the really cool like foiling effects off of Scar's like new stuff here, which doesn't work with our own things at the moment because it's not an API card type stuff, but they're doing their own mod for this, right? Am I got that right?
That was
It's
what I
like-
gathered as well.
But it's like, yeah, you can see the foiling on stuff like the research Marnie and stuff here is really cool.
I did like. Problem is because they take the image file. Oh, hang on, he's asking to join Discord.
Yeah, sure. If you can send him an invite. Yeah.
You didn't already pass, did you, Kel?
I will now. Yeah.
Okay.
I sent a Discord invite. You'll have to give him the role to join this room. Or
Oh yeah, sure. That's true. Right, I'll bring Discord up then. Alright, so what have we done on this turn so far? Dragonairs? Okay.
Draw, Dragonair, Evolutionary Light, Dragonair,
Okay.
then
Which thankfully is active only, so
yeah.
Rainbow there. Sorry, I'm just I'm obviously doing the roll stuff here as well. Yeah, we'll give him that. Right, so copycat, that's for 5.
The Pokemon. Frozen, I think.
Yeah, that's a bit more than 5. No, I know it's.
Okie dokie.
I guess that'll work too.
Hello.
Howdy. I already attached Rainbow.
You did. You attached a rainbow to the bench.
Yeah. Okay, and I will just pass.
Okay. We'll draw. Yeah, that does something.
What's up, Scar?
What's up?
It's a pretty cool project you got going here.
Thank you.
Alright, let's, which way around do we want to do this? Yeah, let's Celio here. Yeah, that seems correct.
Yeah, these are.
Thank you.
Could we, if we put these in our deck, would it be incompatible with the other cards, like size issues or anything like that?
I'd have to check size myself. It would need It would need to use the same card back we're using, though. I'm not sure where he sourced his one.
I just took it from the game, so it could probably be replaced pretty easily.
You took it from what game?
Just the online game. I just kind of
okay.
cropped it myself.
TCG. Huh. Interesting.
Right.
You always could just replace the card backs too, right? It's pretty easy to do.
Yeah. You just stack them and then right-click replace, or right-click custom.
Neat.
Pricing's been a little bit awkward in this one at the moment, so sorry, I've got to take a little bit to think on this.
Yeah, no, take your.
I suppose we should probably Celio for the Pupitar here. Right, makes the most sense. Let's go Swoop for the Dunsparce. We'll discard the Voltorb. Put the Dark on that, and Strike and Run. We'll grab ourselves the Voltorb.
Yep.
Larvitur, and Jirachi, I guess? Whoa! Load image failed. Oh, it's that thing again with it. What have we tried to load in?
That's me here. I'm trying to get the old version before showed the issues, because I think the effect was better before. I'm just having issues loading it in.
Right, yeah, go ahead. I'm not switching. You.
I lighted into Dragonite, evolved, play Steven, draw 6.
Yep.
Play Voltorb.
Yep.
Play. So he does like 70, so max 110. Put 4 stuff there.
6, yep. Hi, DNA, take care.
I'll put the rainbow on this guy again. Save one knockout here. That's gonna turn on your gust stuff.
If you don't KO it, I do 20 damage next turn.
Ooh. Okay. Energy, evolved all my stuff. This guy. I don't know where that is. That's fine. We'll just energy trans up and dark trans up.
Yep.
And then just delete.
Yeah, take the knockout. Makes sense. Yeah, we'll go Jirachi. Alright, we'll draw. I will Yeah, this makes sense to do. I will put an energy down and I will admin.
Okay.
There's quite a lot of cards in that hand, so right, Tyranitar, and we will use Jirachi's attack to make a wish and go to the Electrode EX.
Cool.
Which is because it's not limited to non-EX Pokemon, so puts the damage counter on Jirachi and then evolves one of my dudes. So,
Seems good.
yep, go for it.
So next turn, you can Energy Bomb to put 2 energy on.
Yeah, it's not spectacular at the moment. I wish I could have done more with this, but
Yeah.
I've not had the best luck with it yet.
Double ball
Sure.
to double Electrode, I guess.
Yep.
And then double Darkness Nav to double Dark Energy.
Literally dark energy as the room dims down.
This will help me navigate the darkness.
Sure.
It appears to be the same size as these cards, so I guess that's a positive thing.
Yeah, it's the ratio. As long as the ratio is the same, it's fine.
Mhm.
It's doing. It's not the biggest issue anyway. Back to probably a more pressing issue. But that's really easy to fix.
So, just gonna knock out.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. I shouldn't say that.
No, that's fine.
Next turn at best, you hit Tyranitar or something goofy.
Should have saved that deck when I got it working.
70. Probably do a pow. I think you would have powed if you had it, so you don't have pow yet.
Maybe I would have, or maybe if maybe it was a case of your Dragonite would evolve from the active anyway.
And the Voltorbs just get the.
Yeah, and the
energy
Voltorb
for
doesn't.
free.
Yeah, it's like you just trans onto
Now.
it, get zero retreat anyway. Oh, low damage failed.
Now you can pow.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But you do have 2 rainbows in play, so you can even just attack with the Electrode if I power up something, which is not like the greatest idea for me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I have to hit you for 60. I currently am hitting for 60.
Yep.
I would rather protect one of the rainbows, I think. So we'll do
Okay.
this. We'll switcheroo.
Fair enough.
And then.
I'm probably getting that same local cloud issue you were earlier. That's probably what's doing it.
Oh yeah, so
Why not? I'll Stevens for 5.
Sure.
And it's
Yeah, I kind of forgot you just went double Rocket Ball. You didn't even play a support in that turn yet.
Annual Attach Dark. And.
The effect's still cool. Like, isn't great when the zoom function brings you a white card, so
I'll play a Rocket Tide up as
you'll
well.
probably
And then
fix
I'll
if mess
possibly
around with
for
more.
Knockout.
So
Sure. So one.
plus
for
even in this lighting, if you tilt the camera back a little bit, it's still pretty visible.
yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did do my best to help it a bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We need to concentrate on this game more than that.
Yeah.
Not in the greatest of spots with it here, but I suppose we can deal with it. I will put a Dark Energy here, and I will dump and draw for the discard 2 rockets and draw 4.
Ooh. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can see where this kind of comes into its own at this point, huh? I really wish they'd waited until after we played the games for this, but you know, whatever.
Let's see, got plus 30 in this. Huh? So fight off for 100. We're just crying. 2, 5, 6. I think fight off this. Huh. Okay. Oh, and then there's another one here. Too.
Yep. You're getting there.
110. You'd be. Well, I guess you'd need a stadium bump.
Yeah, the Rocket Stadium might be the thing that saves it that way.
Okay. I think I should just make it even harder for you. I'll pal the dark onto.
You cannot do that. You're ahead on prizes.
I'm using the first.
You
Oh,
may
you can't
only
use it
use
for
this
all.
card if you have more prize cards left than your opponent.
Interesting. I assumed the first effect was
No, it's
anytime.
entirely a counter catcher.
Huh. Cool. I'm glad I didn't use it for the wrong purpose.
Mm-hmm. Spoilers, you are never going to get to play that card in this game.
I will do the energy trance off of the Trodes, darkness nav off of the Trodes.
And then go back onto them, right? Yeah. Yeah, because you've got dark
Yeah,
metals, I suppose there is that. Yeah, I think I was too unlucky in my opening here because I didn't have energy for the first like 3 turns of this one. So I don't think I can win this, but I'm gonna try anyway. Because it really was just a case of this hand. I had like 6 supporters in my opening hand, so I couldn't really do much. Yo, Sai, thank you for the sub here.
Oh, yeah, you could.
There's a small opening for it, but it's a very small opening right now. My prizes are really not helping here, to be honest. I've not been able to get the cards I need out, so... It's not impossible. Oh! Oh no, you're DC'd. You okay?
You're ready for the Dragonite. Testing.
Hello?
Testing.
Yeah, your it said the Steam connection, Steam session ended. It was failed with you, so...
Weird. You can hear me though, right?
Yeah, I can hear you now. It's because they're doing all the stuff in the room on the other side. I really wish they'd have waited for this, but...
Yeah. That was, who was I playing? I guess I was playing Pepper with side drafting. That was interesting.
Yeah, that was, again, could have waited, but whatever. Right, so I didn't look at the hand, obviously, because I'm on my own side at the time of it here, so I don't know what's in your hand at the moment, so if you've got it back in, then that's fine.
Yeah, I got it.
So, board state is still as it was.
Yeah. I can either dual ball to try to get a basic down, but then I leave myself open to Spinning Tail.
Spinning Tail is an interesting one at the moment. There's a world where that's the correct choice, I guess.
Yeah. I think this is fine, except I would like to protect the other rainbow.
Yeah. Attack with Electrode is potentially a thing, after all.
Yeah, it's my favorite attacker in the deck. Sure, let's just do it. Let's fight first.
Sure. Well, yeah, not really much of a surprise. He's got to go in. Right, we'll draw. yeah, we have this available for energy at the moment. Which is pretty good. Unfortunately, a couple of them do fall off at the end of the turn, though, so...
You have this turn, kind of.
Right, so, you were doing the math with this already, but we can go through it as is. The bite off, which is obviously very possible, will only do 110 at the moment. Grind itself is doing the 10 base, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 10, 11, 12. So I would need to find my 4th Darkness Energy or like another Rocket Energy or something in order to score the one-shot here. Which isn't impossible. I have 2 Darkness Energy left at least, because, you know, there's only 2 in play right now. So that's not an impossibility. Yeah, we are gonna explode with that, so we are gonna get all of these on.
Okay.
At least I will as soon as the highlight stuff lets me do things, because they're still loading everything over there. Apologies to the people on the YouTube stuff with it. I can't really do much when they're loading what seems like entire freaking sets over there. Right, so we have like a million energy there. I'm going to play the 2 swoop for no effect here, because I'm going to search and fail. I have a basic that I would swap, but I'm going to not, because I don't want to lose all my targets for it here. We are going to, of course, admin.
Yep.
Was holding on to that last turn, but I had to discard my 2 rocket energies, so... Welp.
Nothing.
It's not good enough. But I can still do some damage here. Oh, wait. Wait, I was gonna say that wasn't done yet. But okay, you were getting your 1 card, right? That's okay. I'm just.
Hey, I earned this card, man.
I just wanted to make sure that you weren't just like drawing because I was like, this isn't enough. I'm not ending my turn just yet. Wanted to be sure. I'm going to power up. How much is Spinning Tail is doing like 60 at the moment to the active.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, exactly 60.
And then Bite Off is still only 90 though. Part of me wants just to power up the Dragonair, but then I don't think I'm going to get enough damage on the Knight next turn, which is annoying. I could power up the Electrode, but then I have to attack it with something that isn't Spinning Tail. Yeah, I'm gonna bring up the Dragonair, I think. And yeah, I'm gonna have to put an energy on so I can Bite Off potentially next turn. And yeah, because these Rocket Energy fall off at the end of the turn, we will Spinning Tail. So that's a Darkness Energy, not the other one. There it is. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I just didn't draw well enough at the start of the game here.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Might not be entirely over yet with that as an attack, because your stadium but benefits me as well. I am up at 140 right now, so.
Yeah, it's nice. I'll copycat to 5.
Yep. It's pretty good.
Cool.
Wah,
wah. Oh, I think I've gained a bullet point.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't get going in this one fast enough. I had the return knockout though. Yeah, that's unlucky. But I mean, look at these prizes though. I prized a Rocket Energy as well. So it was Rocket, 1 of the Pupitar, my 1 Pidgeot, 1 Electrode, a Larvitar, and a Dunsparce. So there was nothing I could really do, unfortunately. My prizes were horrific, and my opening hand was 6 supporters. So it's a bad draw, but it happens with every deck, so I'm not really too upset with that.
Yeah.
If I had Scramble in this deck instead of the Dark Metals, though, game over, right? Because I'd have one-shot the Dragonite instead.
Yeah, for sure. This reminds me a lot somehow of like Wild Bloom era, where I don't even know why. It just feels like you get behind and then there's nothing they can do anymore and you just win.
Yeah, it's the classic end to one type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Although I wasn't trying to go down to one with that, I just couldn't draw. I couldn't draw cards properly with the deck. So I mean, when your Pidgey is prized as well, it's like, what are you supposed to do, right?
I guess it's more like Glass, maybe? You just
Yeah.
play out your entire hands, get all your cards set up because you went first, and then Glass.
And you know the funny thing with that is this is not the first time I played Electrode with that type of thing.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
I had the 4 Electrode deck before with it, and kind of the same thing as this happened, to be honest. I only lost because I got extremely unlucky that round. So, you know, but it's fine. Like, this is the very basic stages of this. With just a couple of Scramble Energy replacing the Dark Metals in here, this is going to be, like, absolutely absurd. And it's going to be at this power for the next, well, yeah, like 8 sets or whatever. Because it's still this just as good, if not better, next format, like 2006. Yeah. So, this is just the first of the iterations of this. But, yeah, I mean, if you don't just immediately get like stupid unlucky with it, both games were dumb. If I didn't get like the 2 mulligans off the first one, I was sitting on the Larvitar and like 5 energy and nothing else, right? So it was just silly. But I mean, again, every deck can brick, every deck can get that sort of unfortunate like momentum behind it. Not remotely upset with that because it shows the concept off well at the very least. And hey, the Dragtrode stuff is really cool. I do like the idea with that.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
So we will see more of both of these decks for sure. But
yeah, I'm not sure what the play is against Vomitar, especially when Scramble hits.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like if you don't bad draw with it, I don't know what the play is with it either. Can't Mount Moon it because this guy is more than 70 HP. Medicham doesn't work against it in that aspect either. Like, it obviously hits for weakness, so it's really bad in that way. But Medicham doesn't stop the Electrode because it's an EX, and is vulnerable to just getting one shot in its own right. You know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tough one. My draft is like absolutely uniquely set up for this though. Yeah, like, yeah, you'd say, oh, you want the 4th one of that, you want the 4th one of admin. Who gives a crap? This is as good as it's gonna get. And honestly, it's pretty freaking close. You only need the 2 Electrode. You own the list of Ross played only had 3 of this tower. If I want the other one, I can play it. It's not impossible to use the sand damage stuff as well. You just probably play it a bit more. I wouldn't say conservatively, but you just don't have to attach like 8 energy to
I
it,
always
right?
thought the point of the second T-Tar was it hits fighting weak.
Yeah, I mean that can be a thing as well, for sure. But yeah, no, if Scramble Energy was available there, or if I drew one of my, I only had 2 outs because the 3rd one of these was prized, right? But I didn't know that at the time. It's like I would have potentially had 3 outs off of that admin to just one-shot the Dragonite there. And that certainly wouldn't have ended the game because Dragonair would have come in with the stuff, but it would have been a big detriment for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, like, in hindsight, I had game in hand already, but obviously you had no way to know that, and there's really nothing else you could have done.
I mean,
you had already admin me to 1.
I admin to 1, you drew Copycat into Warp Point, like,
yeah.
There's nothing you can possibly do to prepare against something like that. That is just a Luxat coming in with it, really. Because if you don't have a supporter as your 1 card off of that, then that game is functionally over. Because I drew the energy off the top, your stadium wouldn't have saved you at that point because I'd have had enough to, with the spinning tail damage beforehand, I'm pretty sure Bite Off would have done enough with the boost that I had on. So yeah, it's like you can't possibly predict off of that. It's like you do the absolute most to disrupt off of it, and if the opponent lucks out of it, they luck out of it. There's nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah.
You can easily say it. Oh, gone.
Lost 2 special dark. If you had killed the Dragonite, so I only had, I think, like 1 in play, or maybe 2, I don't know.
I took 1 out off the Dragonair, so there would have only been 1 in play. If I took the Dragonite out, you had 1 on Electrode, 1 on Dragonair, 2 on Dragonite. So because I Spinning Tail killed the Dragonair, if I killed Dragonite the turn after, you wouldn't have been able to have enough damage on Electrode to kill me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could have hit you with 2 Electrodes, I guess, for 40 apiece, and then come in with Dragonite.
Yeah.
It depends what I drew instead of a supporter, if I had drawn a supporter, because I would have needed the Dragonite itself, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, I had Celio, so I was going to be able to set up another Tyranitar fairly soon. I think it was Celio and then T-Tar in hand, so if you'd have gone in with Electrode, I probably would have just like gone for Spinning Tails and set the bench up for stuff, right? 1 Electrode would have gone... No, it wouldn't have quite gone down, because Spinning Tail does 40, so it's like Electrode would have been left on 30 because of the Stadium. Stadium makes a big difference in a lot of the math, that's for sure, but... No, I could have easily just done that and set up the Dragonite to go for it, because you would never have been able to gust it up. So I'd have just gone, right, retreat this one and just manually keep charging the one on the bench at that point. Gets much better if Scramble Energy is an option for that, but, you know, this is the thing of playing this one set too early, right? But it's all good, because next set we get to do that, and it'll be amazing.
Yep.
But yeah.
Expecting this, and I will be thinking about your deck. Oh, I cannot auto lose.
No, I know. That's the thing though, is like this, you've seen, like I have 3 extremely good decks that I can bring at the moment, because I have the Blastoise, I have this, and I have Nidoqueen is still really good.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot of stuff that I can do right now, and that's not like factoring in potential Metagross next set is the one I really want to see played. Because it's discard acceleration, right? The new one accelerates like a metal or a psychic from the discard, which is really cool. So there's a lot of good
Still
stuff.
No Metagross EX.
Yeah, that's the real sad bit here. But you know, we do what we can. But you can kind of see why I was like, yeah, this deck probably just beats Shedinja though, right? Because it's either I just kill your support with that, or I didn't think of it at the time, but yeah, the Flame Tail actually makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh no, suddenly 40, it gets through the Stadium too.
Well, okay, I guess you can only get 2 Magmars online, because you only have 2 Rainbow. So theoretically, if you burn through 2 Magmars, then yeah, it would be a god-awful matchup for sure. It's not like straight up auto lose like Crobat, but
yeah. I mean, I have a hard time thinking how you would actually win that one. Like, if you bench a lot of stuff, then I just Spinning Tail, because you 4-hit kill me, right? And you can only heal actives. So, like, if you can heal a little, like 1 Pokemon at a time, but I'm killing the Zartus and stuff as well. So you can never afford to leave anything but Shedinja active, because I just one-shot it at that point. And then this is just ignoring Shed in the first place. If you go solo Shed, then I just Magmar and do it that way, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm oversimplifying it, but I have a really hard time seeing how you win that matchup, like, at all.
Yeah, I don't know if it would work out, because Dunsparce has always been a Shedinja problem too. So you have plenty of things. Like, this is fine if I have Xatu in play, it's obviously a problem, but if I can't play Xatu, because spread is a thing, then
Yep.
Basic that does 10 damage is better than Shedinja.
But this guy's weak to grass, so don't let this get quick touched.
Yeah, I guess.
That is actually the other annoyance, because I only have the 70 HP Pupitar. I don't have the 80 HP one available to me, which has a different weakness too. It's weak to fighting, I believe, so... It's to retreat, and the attacks are comparable enough. I think it's like 20 paralysis and 40 no resistance or something for 2 and 3 energy. So, yeah. I don't know. Like, obviously that's not really the main idea with it, but yeah. Oh no, it is still weak to grass. Okay. So it's only Tyranitar that's not. Interesting.
I guess because Pupitar is still rock ground.
Yeah. It's just, well, you know, sometimes they take they take inspiration more from like one type than the other with this. So like the Tyranitars are the good example of that, because the other one takes it from the fighting type, whereas this one obviously is just dark. But the Cypher is taking from the grass type, even though it's not normally a grass in this thing. It's like there's a lot of weird bits there. God, just wait till we get to Delta species and then everything is messed up. Got fire types that are weak to lightning or fire. Quagsire is a grass type that's weak to grass still, but just like naturally weak to it at this point. It's like... Right, well, yeah, interesting set of games with this stuff this week. They were at least close off of it, you know, like even that last one, which like, it doesn't look close, but just about any other spot but a copycat into Warp Point, right, is gonna make that a lot closer. The Shedinja thing was very funny, I will say that for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad I picked that one for this week.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I was pretty torn, but...
Like, seeing the art we had does justify my Mount Moons, even if I do auto lose the matchup to bring the wrong Onyx. I'm not sure if I could... Like, I wasn't even thinking Shed when choosing the Onyx, and I suppose it was a risk to choose the one that no one used before. Like,
what does the other Onyx do?
yeah, let me find the search tag again. I had it a minute ago.
Is it the Fire Red Leaf Green one you're talking about there?
Like, there's like 3 Onyx in play in format.
Right, and they all suck.
Yeah, they all, like, apart from the 80 HP, they all suck. Searching. Boop, boop, boop.
I think I was mostly just, like, the reason I ended up going with this instead of the Crobat for the second game is I was hoping to actually be able to just show the use of the Swoop there, and I think I did pretty well, because, yeah, I had to give up one of the Voltorb. Didn't matter, because the one Electro was prized, right? You only ever want one. So I was like, yeah, okay, I can swoop the Voltorb into the Dunsparce in the active, and then just go from there. It's pretty neat. So, I at least got to show a little bit of it. Yeah, so this other Onyx is like Snipe 10 to 2 bench and it can't attack next turn, so doesn't really solve the issue.
It also needs fighting to use Rock Throw, and I've got 5 fighting the whole deck. So it's not amazing for a first turn attacker. Especially...
Yeah.
And this one, like, 10 flips does nothing.
But it takes a whole 10 less damage with its second attack next turn. The turn that you should be Dark Steelix anyway.
Yeah.
Ah,
this one maybe disrupts if I get into that point. If I get to the point of 2 energy, but it never happens. And I suppose at that point, choosing the Onyx for the Shed matchup is a consideration.
Yeah. I feel like these are sufficiently unlikely to matter, but leaving it in when you know part of the meta is Shedinja is fine. Like, I guess that wasn't enough, obviously, either. You'd have to even further tailor your deck. But...
Well, one idea I just came up with, like, remember I said about the time machine thing?
Yeah.
There is actually another Steelix.
Ah.
Alright, I'm gonna mute them real quick because this is effectively stuff over on here. I've wanted to actually stop for a little bit to, you know, things happen with it. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed yourselves. We didn't end up winning with it this week, but that is okay. All the games are close, and we took one donk, but the games are all close, and these decks are really cool. So, like, I am not remotely upset with that. We came very close with a deck that isn't even in its complete state yet. Next round, I have a really good chance if I play this one, to be honest, because Scramble Energy gets to replace this stupid thing and would actually kind of win out. So, yeah, keep an eye on that. That should be pretty exciting. But yeah, the Blastoise is really, really good. Maybe the Medicham is not the right call for it here, but I figured I should probably have something that outs Ampharos was a thing. Obviously, we didn't get to see that this week, but yeah, Dragtrode is cool. Kingler is very funny. We've seen this plenty during the week. The Steelix is irritating, but I think Blastoise can take it out, to be honest. And yeah, the Shedinja stuff was hilarious, to be honest. It's interesting how that 40 HP instead of 30 actually made all the difference there. Alright, so thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.